What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about me getting a $7,000 payout from Topstep, and this is all thanks to my strategy BC30. So first, let's go to Topstep real quick. Let's talk about me getting the payout. As you can see, the dates are here. I had two express funded accounts at the time of the payout. This particular account on the bottom, this was from the month prior, but these two accounts I was able to bring them up to a little over 7,000. And as you know, if you do know the rules of Topstep, you can withdraw about half of that balance. So we drew half from each account. One account with the amount of $3,493, the other account of the amount of $3,727. Add that up, and that's over a $7,000 payout for Topstep. Now, a lot of people I know struggle when it comes to getting payouts for these prop firms, and to be honest, getting into the whole future space was a little bit of a struggle, even though I knew how to trade already, especially coming from the Forex space. But getting into understanding how contract sizes work with futures, it just took a little bit of time, maybe a couple of months, and I was well on my way to being able to profit just as I have on the Forex side. So you do have to take your time with these prop firms. There is an incentive sometimes for you to rush through the process, and that's where most traders make a lot of mistakes. You don't want to rush through the process. You don't want to just go for that home run trade all the time. Maybe it may come for a trading session, maybe two, but those home run trades don't come every trading session. I was honestly able to build a lot of this through those base hits. Did I have some really good trades that I made good profit, or really good days in general where I had a good couple of trades where I made profit? Absolutely. But ultimately, this is by methodically making sure that I'm following my strategy, I'm following my plan, and I'm executing those trades, and I'm not getting too greedy with the profits. I'm getting the profits that are on the table when a decent move has happened, and I'm not getting too greedy thinking that this move is going to last forever. So those are the payouts. Let's head over to TradingView real quick, and I'll break down how I look at the market and how I execute. All right, guys, so we're on the chart. We're going to talk about how I execute BC30. BC30 is my strategy and a framework that has truly transformed the profits of my trades, transformed the consistency as well. And a lot of it is because of its simplicity, honestly. Very simple. A couple of steps. Step number one is that you want to mark off areas of support and resistance from high time frame to lower time frame. Meaning I will start with the daily time frame, move on to the 4 hour, 1 hour, and I want to mark off all of the areas of support, all of the areas of resistance that I see most relevant to recent price. Okay, so I want to make sure I have all of those areas marked off. Next thing I want to do is go to the 30-minute time frame and see if there is an opportunity to execute a trade. For example, something that I would be looking for is as follows in the trade that you can see highlighted. I'd wait for the break of structure, meaning the complete break of a particular area of support or resistance. In this particular case, we have an area of support over here, and the area of support was broken by this candle right here. The area of support was broken completely once this candle went past beyond that, and I want to wait for that candle to close. Very important. This is an important step, and a step that I incorporated because oftentimes what we realize is we'll have breaks of areas of support or resistance, and we'll have it wick down or wick up, and it comes back into that range, right? So to me, that's not a true break. A true break is when you can see a solid candle closure at the least on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so I want to see that candle close before I just execute on that trade and say, hey, we have a runner. Now, will there be times where price will just go ahead and leave me, and before it even closes, it's gone all the way down or all the way up? That will happen, absolutely. But this strategy over time has proven itself to be the more safe strategy in terms of making sure that you have consistent profits. Ultimately, you'll have more losses jumping the gun and just jumping off any break than you will if you waited for that candle closure. Okay, so you wait for that candle closure, and then you want to enter on the next candle, but not just enter once that next candle starts opening up. Ideally, you do like to see a wick on the opposite side that you can see on this candle. You do like to see a wick on the opposite side. But you want to wait. The key thing is you want to execute this trade when the next candle is pushing beyond the breaking candle. Okay, the breaking candle is what we have here on the vertical line, but you want to enter once your next candle is pushing past your breaking candle. All right, so that's what I did. We entered once that candle went past the breaking candle, entered that trade, held that trade for a little bit up to the next area of support, and that is how we got it. Now, I can walk through many scenarios like this, but ultimately this is usually going to be the typical ideal trade and how I'm going to take my trades. This is how you execute BC30. There are other nuances involved as well, but ultimately this is the meat and potatoes of BC30 and how you can remain profitable. Your strategy doesn't have to be so complicated, guys. It really doesn't. Sometimes we add fancy names, we add so many indicators and different things to our strategy, thinking that we're doing something, but in reality, you're just overcomplicating the process. You want your trading to be very simple and very predictable. That's how you make progress in the markets, not by overcomplicating things, but by simplifying things. So pretty much that's how I was able to build these accounts executing BC30. This was a pretty big move, but whether it was this move, which was a big move, or a smaller move that I found a BC30 opportunity in, I was executing and I was profiting and was very successful at it, right? So we're going to keep it going. We're going to see if we can get some more Topstep payouts, and I'll definitely share them with you. But ultimately, guys, it's very possible to profit off these prop firms, because once you have a system in place that is tailored to make you win and tailored to keep you patient and tailored to make sure that you're not over leveraging, over trading, or being greedy, then you have a system that is going to help you win. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want any more breakdowns on this strategy, or if you want any more information on what you could do to profit off of these prop firms. There's more prop firms out there in the future space as well. We explore those, but ultimately right now my favorite is Topstep, and we're going to keep on profiting from Topstep and share it with you guys. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll talk later. Peace out.